Hey friends, so if you're like me, you might be struggling to find some balance in your new home life. So this sequence was designed to help you find balance on your mat in hopes that you'll be able to find that balance in your new life. So let's come down onto your shins into child's pose. Bring your big toes together. Sit to your heels and relax the forehead down on your mat. And just allow the thoughts in your mind, the words to soften as you settle into your breath. Feel the back expand on the inhales and the ribs contract on the exhales. Feel the breath as it goes in and out through your nose. If you'd like, you can walk your hands to the right and just keep your head in line with the upper arms and start to breathe into your left rib cage. As you root your left sit bone a little closer to your left heel. And then walk your hands through center, walk your hands over to the left. This time breathing through the right rib cage. Nice, and then come back through center. Take an extended child's pose, so let the elbows lift off the floor. Reach your fingertips a little bit more forward. And then come up onto all fours. All right, so you're in hands and knees. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are directly under the hips. Curl the toes under and lift your knees up to that plank pose. Now we're finding a strong plank, starting out class right away. So shoulders up the wrists, soft bend in the elbows, navel in towards the spine. Now take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go out your mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And then lift your hips up high. Downward facing dog. Good. Maybe you want to pedal out the feet. Shift the weight from one heel to the next. And then eventually reach both heels down to the ground. And inhale, come forward into high plank, shoulders over wrist. And exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's just move through that 5 times. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Again, inhale, forward. Exhale, hips lift. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Last one. Good, and then start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. Allow the upper body to hang down towards the lower body in a forward fold. Head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed. If you want to grab opposite elbows, that's good. You just let the body hang. Maybe even shift the weight forward into the toes and back into the heels. So just testing your balance here, right? Forward and back, maybe even a little side to side. Good, and then keep a soft bend in the knees and we'll roll it up to stand nice and slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. Good, and then find your Tadasana at the top of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Relax the shoulders down, away from the ears. Inhale, reach your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, hands to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, look up. Take a big step back with your left foot. So in low lunge, Anjaneyasana. And then bend your left knee down to the floor and inhale, reach your arms up high. Start to lift from the pelvic floor, engage your navel to spine, and then relax the shoulders away from the ears. One more deep breath in. Exhale, both hands frame the right foot. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise, arms reach all the way up. Exhale to Tadasana, hands by your side. Again, inhale, reach up, hands to the ceiling. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Take a big step back with your right foot in low lunge. And then drop your right knee to the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up high. And breathe. Again, engaging your pelvic floor. One more deep breath in. Exhale, both hands come down. Step it back. Downward facing dog. From here, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog, leg is straight, foot is flexed. Reach that foot back, keep pressing into the hands. And then draw the knee to your nose and step the foot between the hands. Lift the back heel high and come to that high crescent lunge. Arms reach up overhead. Relax the shoulders down and away from the back, or back, down and away from the ears, rather. Good, and then hands come down to frame that front foot. Step the left foot forward, lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your side. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your feet back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog, leg is straight, foot is flexed. Reach that foot back into space. And then exhale, draw your knee to your chest, step the foot between the hands, back heel is lifted here. Arms reach up overhead, back to high crescent, shoulders relax. See if you can bend that left knee a little deeper and get deep into that lunge. Both hands come to frame the front foot, step the right foot forward, inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach up, and exhale, hands by your side. So we're going to come into a one-legged chair, just to test that balance a little bit. So feet are hip distance apart, bend your knees like you're coming down into a chair, and then shift the weight into the right foot and float your left foot up. Now you can have your hands at heart center, hands to hips, arms overhead would probably be the hardest. You choose what you can do today. See if you can sink down just a little lower, find that balance, find that drishti, something you can focus on. And then take a big step back with that left foot. Come on, reach your arms up into warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Try to pull that right hip back, left hip slightly forward. Both hands come down to frame the right foot. Right foot steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, bend your knees. Reach your arms up, chair pose. And exhale, stand up, Tadasana, mountain pose. Again, separate the feet. Bend your knees and come right back into chair, other side. This time we're going to put the weight in the left foot and float the right leg up. Again, you can choose arms overhead, Hands to heart center or hands to hips. And then take a big step back with that right foot. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Virabhadrasana 1. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the floor. Both hands come down to frame the front foot. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. All right, from here, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Now bend the knee and open up the hip. Look slightly under your right arm. Extend the legs straight. Pull the knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Lower the left heel down. Inhale, reach your arms up, warrior 1. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Let's hold it 5 breaths. Find your best stance for warrior 2. Shoulders are right over the hips. Reach through the fingers. And then cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. And then bend and stack. So lift the left knee up high. Left heel is close to your sit bone. Extend the legs straight. Bring the knee into the chest. Step the foot forward. Lower the right heel. Inhale, reach up, warrior 1. Exhale right away into warrior 2. See if you can keep those shoulders right over hips. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you're too far forward or too far back, but do the best you can. Cartwheel the hands to the floor. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, walk or flip to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your side. Okay, we're gonna shift the weight into the right foot and come into tree pose. The left foot's going to come high in the inner right thigh. Take your hands to heart center and start to press that right hip in towards the midline. As you find your drishti, something to focus on, maybe on the floor in front of you or on the wall. If you want to try to make this harder for yourself, reach your arms up overhead and maybe even lift your gaze or close your eyes. And try to find that balance between the effort and the ease of this pose. Good. If your hands are up, bring your hands back to heart center. And slowly bring your left knee forward. Then start to extend the left leg straight back, coming into Virabhadrasana 3. Just a few breaths here. Hands can be at heart center. If you want to make this harder, reach your arms forward. And then take your hands to the floor as you lift your left leg up high for standing splits. Now, if you want to take a balance in this pose, or to walk your hands back towards your right ankle, and maybe, maybe you grab your ankle with one hand, with your right hand. Or maybe you try balancing and taking both hands to the ankle. And just notice the balance today. See what you can do. If you're really balanced, maybe you can grab the ankle and pull your nose to your knee or chin to your shin. Good, and then start to walk your hands forward. Bend your right knee, step the left foot all the way back. Warrior 1 legs, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands come behind the back. Puff your chest on the inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Bow forward. See if you can take the right shoulder inside the right knee. Inhale, reach your arms back up high. Exhale, hands come back to frame the right foot. Step right foot back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands by your side, mountain pose. All right, other side. Shift the weight into the right foot. Bring your left knee up. Turn it out. Oops. Other side. Right foot comes out. So turn that right knee out. Right foot's inside the left thigh. And start to squeeze the left hip in towards the midline. Again, searching for that effortless ease here. If you want to try reaching your arms up, go for it. Maybe even lift the gaze or close the eyes. Just keep testing the balance in this pose. Good, if your arms are up, take your hands back to heart center. Excuse me. Bring your right knee forward and start to hinge forward from the waist. Extend the right leg straight back, warrior three. Toes face down towards the floor. Again, if you want to reach the arms forward, that's okay. Make it even more challenging. And then both hands come down to the floor as you lift the right leg up high for standing splits. Again, if you're taking that balance here, try reaching for the left ankle, one hand or both hands around the left ankle, maybe even tucking that chin. Good, and then walk your hands back forward. Bend the left knee and step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. As you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hands come back behind your back, puff your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Hinge forward from the waist. Left shoulder comes inside left knee. Squeeze that left hip in and under. Inhale, reach your arms back up high. Exhale, hands come down, step back. Downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna try a balance pose in downward facing dog. So you're gonna wanna take your feet a little bit closer towards the front of your mat. So shorten the stance in your dog. Right, so easily your hands and feet can be on the floor. For some of us. You're gonna take the left hand outside the right ankle. Maybe even higher up on the calf. And then start to shift the weight into the right hand and the right foot. And maybe you can lift that left leg up off the ground. If you fall out, that's okay. Do the best you can. Good, on your next inhale, release the hands and foot back to the ground. Take a moment if you need to sway a little or settle back in. And then you'll take your right hand across your body over in front of the left shin on the outside of the ankle. And again, shift the weight towards the left hand and left foot, and then begin to slowly lift the right leg up. You'll probably notice one side a little easier. This one's definitely harder for me. And then on your next inhale, release. Let it go. Let's come to child's pose. Sit to your heels. Relax the forehead down on the mat. From here, you're gonna make your way to all fours and then lift your hips out, downward facing dog, and we'll transition back to the front. So walk or hop your feet forward, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands come down by your side, mountain pose. All right, we'll shift the weight into the right foot and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Bend your right knee. Some people call this one-legged chair. Figure four. Sit back, chest forward. Feel a really good stretch in the hips here. Take a few deep, even breaths. So you allow the inhale and exhale to become the same length. Inhale, lift the left knee back up towards the ceiling. And we'll slowly make our transition into half moon. So start to extend the leg back like you're coming into warrior three. And then take your right hand, actually both hands to your hips. And start to externally rotate that left hip and shoulder so that you can stack the hip and shoulder. Ooh. Stack your hip and shoulder. Again, if you fall out, this is good. This is all really good because it means you're trying. You're pushing your body past perhaps perceived limitations today. Half moon variation here with the hands on the hips. The left toes will be facing the long edge of the mat, foot is flexed. Good, and then bend the right knee and step it all the way to the long edge of the mat. Coming into goddess pose. So take the elbows to goal pose, spread the fingers really wide and sit down. Keep the shoulders right over the hips so you're not leaning too far forward. Sometimes that can happen, but imagine as if you're like sliding down against a wall. Good, now extend the legs straight. Turn your right toes in, left toes face the back of your mat. Arms reach out. Take your hands forward and down for triangle pose. Right hand comes down. Our right hand comes up, left arm comes down. Looking at that top hand. Now, bend the left knee and come up to warrior two. Flip the palm, lift it up, inhale. Reverse the warrior. Exhale. Left forearm comes down on the thigh, right arm comes up and over your ear for side angle A, Parsvakonasana. If you'd like, you can take the left hand down on the outside of the foot and press the left knee in towards the left shoulder as we look at that right hand if possible. Both hands frame that front foot, lift the back heel high. And then step it back, downward facing dog. So now you're facing the back of your mat. A little different perspective here. Perhaps that's what we're getting in our waking lives. Inhale, lift the heels up. Bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, hands by your side, mountain pose, Tadasana. All right, from here, we're gonna shift the weight into the left foot, cross the right ankle this time over the left thigh, and start to bend that left knee. As you shift the hips back, chest comes forward. Good. Straighten out through that left leg, bring the right knee up towards the chest, and then extend the right leg straight back, warrior three. Again, you're gonna take the hands to the hips and slowly start to externally rotate. So you're moving your torso and to the right hip is gonna stack on top of the left hip. Right foot is flexed, find your drishti. And then step it all the way back, landing down in goddess. Bend those knees deeply. Press the knees energetically back into space. And then take those elbows to goalpost again. Spread the fingers. Good, now extend through the legs. Turn your left toes slightly in, right toes face forward, arms reach out. Hinge forward from the waist so your right arm reaches forward, 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 and then down. So find length first. Before you take your right hand to the shin, maybe a block. Left arm reaches up. Good, and then bend your right knee, come up to warrior two. Flip the right palm, reverse the warrior, inhale. Exhale, side angle, Parshva Konasana A. Right hand can come outside the foot or right forearm on thigh. Working on bringing the right ribs up towards the ceiling. Press the right knee back. Both hands come down to frame the front foot. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk or hop to the front. Flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Mountain pose. All right, this one is for my teacher, or shout out to my teacher, Brent, I should say. Take your weight into your left foot, and you're going to interlace the fingers underneath the right thigh. Let the weight of the right thigh just relax into the arms or the hands. And stand up a little bit taller through that, rooting down through the left foot. From here, on your inhale, extend the right leg straight, toes are pointed. On your exhale, flex your foot, bend the knee. Inhale, extend and point. Exhale, flex and bend. One more time. Extend and lengthen. Flex and bend. This time you're going to extend, lengthen out through the leg. Option to take your arms up overhead. Relax the shoulders down. Good. 2 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Last one, lift even higher. Yes, and then release. Relax there. And then you'll lift the left leg up, interlace the fingers under the left thigh, and drop the weight of the leg into the hands. Now this time, extend and lengthen, point the toes. Exhale, flex and bend. Again, extend, leg goes straight. Exhale, bend and flex. One more time, extend, and then bend and flex. All right, extend the leg, point the toes, hold it there, reach the arms up, hold it, breathe. Hold the leg, don't hold the breath. The breath actually helps facilitate this movement. One more deep breath in, lift even higher, and then exhale, release it all down. Good work, everybody. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, look up. Hands down, walk or hop back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to high plank. And then exhale, lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more balance, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk or float to the front. Flat back, look up. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands by your side. Okay, from here, we're going to go into Utthita Padangusthasana. So bend your right knee and lift it up towards the chest and interlace the peace fingers around the right big toes. All right, so this is step 1. This is where you can stay if you're just working on this pose, right? Working on the balance. Find your drishti. If you'd like to take this a little bit further, extend the right leg straight. So that's where the utthita in Sanskrit comes from, extended. Extending that leg, and then pull the toes back towards the face as you bring the right shoulder blade in, or right shoulder into its socket. Good. Now if you want, you can take the leg out to the side and start to look over that left shoulder. Good. If your leg's out to the side in letter B, bring it back to letter A. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. See if you can hinge forward from the waist. Maybe tap your nose to your knee or chin to your shin, and then inhale, lift back up. Take one more big breath in and then exhale, release. And we'll switch into the other side. Shift your weight into the right foot, bend your left knee up towards the chest, and reach for the big toe with your peace fingers in your left hand. Right hand comes to your hip, stand up tall. Option of extending that left leg straight. Pull the shoulder back. Try to stand up even taller. And then option here, take the leg slowly out to the left side and look over your right shoulder. Now I should have said it on the other side, but you can always work on this with the knee bent as well, and take the left hand to your shin and just open up through the hip, externally rotate. Good, bring it back to letter A, inhale back to center. Exhale, nose to knee or chin to shin, bow forward. Inhale, lift the chest back up. And exhale, release the foot back down. Nice work. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Forward bend, inhale, flat back. Hands down, walk your feet back. Downward facing dog. From here, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up the hip, look under your right arm. And then pull the knee behind the right wrist, turn the foot out for that pigeon prep. Extend your left leg straight back behind you. Walk your hands back to lengthen through the spine. Now you can stay upright if you'd like, or fold forward. And just notice here if the mind is starting to wander, or if you're able to stay present. If it's starting to wander, notice where it goes. What's going on mentally for you today? And then bring it right back to the breath without judgment. Just let your muscles find a sense of ease while keeping the mind clear and calm. And walk your hands back up, lengthen through the spine, curl the left toes under, lift that leg up and step the right foot back, down dog. Left leg now lifts up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up the hip, look under your left arm. Extend the leg straight, pull the knee in behind the left wrist. Turn the foot out behind the right wrist. Walk your hands back as you lengthen through that right leg, slide it back. Lengthen through the spine, reach the crown of the head up. And then exhale, fold. Again, just try to stay present here. And if your mind's not staying present, notice where it goes. And just remember to be kind to yourself, right? So this is a practice. It takes time. Never perfect. One day you'll be good at something, the next day you won't be good at it, something else will be better, and this is why we call it a practice. Something you should be doing at least weekly, if not daily. Good. Start to walk yourself back upright. Curl the right toes under. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Good. Drop to your knees, and then we'll flip on over to our back. So just a few back bends. We're winding down to the end of class. Roll all the way to your back. Now we're going to do 3 sets of back bends today. Now bridge or wheel. I'm going to start with bridge to start, and then I'll do 2 of wheel. If you want to continue just doing 3 sets of bridges, that's okay too. So feet are hip distance apart, parallel. Press down into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips up into that bridge pose. If you'd like, you can interlace the fingers underneath you and reach the fists towards your heels. Diaphragmatically breathe here, so just allow your belly to rise and fall. Put a little more weight into the inner arches of the feet. Often people like to roll to the outer arches. So make sure that the whole circumference of the foot is rooting down to the floor. And on your next exhale, release the hands and lower it down. 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. From here, I'm going to show wheel. Hands by your head, fingertips face down towards your feet. And then you'll just press into your hands slightly to lift up and bring the crown of the head to the floor. All right, so this is a half inversion here. This, I guess full inversion, I don't know why I said half, but it's a half wheel pose, right? So you can practice here, squeeze the elbows in towards the midline. If you like, on your next inhale, press up. And if you've been working on wheel a lot, walk your hands back towards your feet. You'll take 5 breaths here, and on the 5th one, you can lower all the way down or just come to the crown of the head. Maybe walk your hands in a little closer towards your feet. Exhale the breath. Inhale to lift. And then maybe walk your hands back out to tuck your chin and lower down nice and slow. From here, take your feet as wide as your mat. Drop your knees in towards each other. Allow yourself to settle and rest for a moment. Especially if you did that wheel pose or Vidyanurasana, it can really get the heart rate up. So just allow your body to relax again. Good, and then lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Cross the left leg in front of the right and try to wrap your legs. So eagle legs, Garudasana legs. Maybe the left toes are wrapping around the right calf. Scoot your hips slightly to the left and let your knees drop over to the right. Now you can take your elbows to goalpost or arms straight out in line with the shoulders. Sometimes I like to take my right hand and just gently, every exhalation, pull it a little bit more towards the floor to feel a little deeper of a stretch. Try to keep the left shoulder blade glued down to the floor so you're not letting the left shoulder blade lift with the twist. The twist happens because the left shoulder blade is down, but the left hip is up. Inhale, come through center. Take the right leg in front of the left this time and take those eagle legs. Scoot your hips over to the right. And drop the knees over to the left. Keeping that right shoulder blade down. Good, come back through center. Let's take it into happy baby. Bend the knees. Take the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and then press the knees in and down towards the floor. You can either take the hands on the inside of the feet or on the outsides of the feet, whatever feels right to you. You can always sway your baby if you'd like, rocking side to side. Good, and then grab behind your thighs, bring your feet together, legs together, rock and roll forward and back a few times. And then come up to bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge forward from the waist. Take it into bound angle. Inhale, lift up. And we are going to end with a little Nadi Shodhanam at the front of your mat. So set up, if you need any blankets under your seat or any support here to sit on, now's the time to get that. So maybe we are finding Sukhasana here, one ankle in front of the other. And we are going to use our right hand with the index finger and the thumb. And we're going to close off one nostril, breathe through the other, and exhale through the other nostril. So we are moving the breath from one side of the body to the other side of the body. There is said to be two energy channels in the body, two nadis, and this breathing exercise, this pranayama, will help to balance the two energy channels in the body. So let's begin by bending your index and middle finger down. So we're just using the index finger and the thumb. And what you're going to do is you're going to close off the left nostril with your index finger and then exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right with your thumb and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close it off with your left and exhale through the right. So after every inhale you close. Inhale through the right. Close and exhale through the left. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Inhale. Close, exhale through the right. Again, inhale. Close out through the right, left. Inhale. Close and out through the right. Good, let's do it 10 more times, silently. Good, one more time. Inhale through the right. Close out through the left. Inhale through the left. Out through the right. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs. Take several breaths in and out through your nose, through both of your nostrils. And notice any differences you may be feeling now from the beginning of your practice. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. And gently bow your chin to your chest, your head to your heart. May you all find balance in your lives. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Please share my videos if you enjoy them. Like them, comment on them. I appreciate everyone who watches the videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you.